Hello? Hello? Is anybody there? Is anybody there? My microphone seems to be very loud. Sorry, 1 second. I may or may not have ran to get things finally set up. Okay, let's try that. It seems like it's a little more dynamic. Let me just quickly turn it down by 1 freaking decibel. There we go. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully everybody is doing amazing. As always, I know I am. And happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Today is a big, exciting day because it's Valentine's Day. Very special day. And a very long time ago, in my original time of being on YouTube, I decided that I wanted to do a quick Let's Play. And by that I mean I did like the first few chapters. 1 second, I have to close my phone. I decided a very long time ago that I wanted to play the original I Love You, or not the original, but I'm sorry, I am like so scatterbrained right now. I wanted to play I Love You, Colonel Sanders, which for those who don't know is a KFC branded dating simulator. It's a visual novel similar to Doki Doki Literature Club, it's the only one I can think of. Monster Prom, if anybody's played that. But it's supposed to be very funny. It's a lot of like takes on, you know, anime, visual novels, and just be jokey. It was during the time when they really advertised on the Colonel as a character, and I'm all for it. I've said on this, I've said on my Spyro streams when I streamed Spyro 2, in my personal opinion, because of my specific tastes, I think KFC is the best chicken. I think it's the best for chicken tenders, because I love a really strong salt and pepper, and also I'm more of a fan of more dry meat, because I'm autistic as shit. And so, yeah. That's the monologue, everybody. Today we're going to be playing I Love You, Colonel Sanders, a KFC dating sim, but with a little bit of a twist. Simply because, everybody, I brought a friend that has not been actually able to take the spotlight in a very long time. I'm actually going to be, after this, I'm going to be taking a bit of a break. I'm going to actually catch up on some Z's. I actually have a quick little Valentine's Day thing of my own I have to go to, so I'm actually letting someone else take control of the stream, and hopefully they do a good job. They've been on the channel before, in very small ways, and so hopefully juicy meat is good, though, yeah. But I'm just saying, I'm more of a fan of more dry meat. That's just my thing. We actually have a special guest today, and they'll be taking over for the stream while I'm gone. I'm tired, and so I asked them, begrudgingly, if they could take over for me, so they're going to be taking over for y'all, and yeah, I hope you guys have a good stream today, because I don't know how good that's gonna go. I guess I won't know until the next day, so I hope they're a good little thing. 1 second, I gotta make sure they're there. Yes, okay, they're here. Coolio. Okie doke. Well, I'm gonna step out. Hopefully you guys have a good time, and yeah, without further ado, I'm gonna get out of here. Take it away, Kibble. You have a good one.
Hello? Hello? Hi, everyone. Gab told me to take over for today, and, I wanted to play KFC. I like KFC. I don't know, I just wanted to have a good time, and, yeah. I wanted to play a KFC game, and I don't know how long it's gonna be, but we're gonna have a good time. Good time. Okay. Headphone warning. No matter how quiet it gets, it's at max volume anytime you boot up the game. It's really stupid, but whatever. Hi, KiRBiZoiD. Hopefully you guys are doing good. I'm Kibble, and we gotta play KFC dating sim. Let's play. Also, a headphone warning, it's gonna be very loud. KFC! Oh shit, wait. I forgot to oh no, this is why I'm not in charge. It's very loud. It's so loud! I need to turn it down. It's so loud. Oh, wait. It's so loud. Make it stop! Make it stop! I hate this. Oh, It's over. Oh, Christ. Oh, Christ. Okay. Oh. This is the worst idea I've ever had. This is I love you, Colonel Sanders. I gotta change some settings real fast. Sorry. Boop. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Oh, Jesus. It's a great stream already. You have no idea. We're gonna be here for a certain amount of time. I think I got everything set up. Okay. How does Cap do this? Holy shit. Okay. Hopefully the volume's good. This game is extremely loud, so I'm terribly sorry if everything's bad. Okay. Settings. Volume. I've already set this up because I remember this game being excruciatingly loud. But if it's still quiet, let me know. Because I need to know. New game. My name is Kibble. That's me. Yeah. I'm gonna turn up the volume just a little bit. I'm not too confident on that, but we'll check. Everything seems really loud, so I'm not gonna worry about it. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna change into my narrator voice. This is gonna be great. This is gonna be great, everybody. Hope you guys are having a good time.
You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment. The world is peaceful and serene. You could stay in the moment forever. Or, you could wake up now. Your first day of culinary school is no time to sleep in.
Smack that clock! Up and at him!
Oh, goodness. Lying in bed, you stare at the ceiling, thinking about everything that awaits you at the prestigious University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning. Oh, jeez.
Ah, jeez, this is really... I'm already losing my mind. I'm already losing it.
Lying in bed, you stare at the ceiling, thinking about everything that awaits you at the prestigious University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning. Your mind begins to wander. Who will be there? What will you cook? What should you wear? Time begins to fly by, and you find your imagination getting away from you.
I allow myself to daydream a bit, thinking about the future. Man, that narrator voice really sounds like Gab's voice. Yeah, it's weird. Look, it's sometimes, it's just like reading a lot. It tires my voice a bit, so sometimes I get into like a low falsetto, and it helps out. It helps out. Helps out.
It's here, finally! Your first day of culinary school. So many dishes to prepare, so many students to meet. Your mind is swimming with possibilities when you realize you're running late. You grab a biscuit and burst out the door in a hurry. Delicious. Just what you need to wake up those taste buds. Yikes! You're in such a hurry! In fact, that you forgot to put on any deodorant before running out the door. You're sweating buckets as you rush to arrive on time. Uh-oh.
What? I would never do this. This is so not realistic. I'd eat at least 3 KFC biscuits. That is not enough to like fill you up for breakfast. Big breakfast for big growing person. It's a Tuesday, yes I know. If you check the stream schedule, Gab allowed me to stream this spot, so get with it, loser. Happy Valentine's Day. It's good to see you.
Standing in the quad, you gaze upon the magnificent University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning.
I just realized it's UCSAL. That's an acronym. That's what it is. It's Kibble Day. It's my day. My day forever.
Here comes your lifelong best friend forever, Miriam. She's the most adorably awkward person you've ever met, and you absolutely love her for it.
Let me know if the microphone volume's good. I had to change the microphone a bit, so if it's a little loud or if it's too grating, let me know! Let me know now! Anyway.
Good morning, Kibble. Are you excited for the first day for the rest of our lives?
Actually, I'm
Because I sure am. Excited, a little nervous. Okay, a lot nervous.
What the?
It's just that this morning I made breakfast for myself, but when I ate it, I couldn't taste any love in the food. What if I'm no good? What if I fail? Classic Miriam. Raised by master chef parents, she's always held herself to a very high standard.
Ever since we were little babies playing together, and you rescued me from that quicksand box, it's been clear to me that you're the most loving, caring person I know. You're going to do great. Yeah, she's great. She's my best friend. You can tell because she also has seen some shit. You can see it. You can see it in her eyes. I remember Gab saying that she's always wanted big round glasses like that. I don't know. She always seems like the big Harry Potter book like kind of look, but doesn't look like she actually supports Harry Potter or J.K. Rowling or any of that crap because, obvious reasons.
But with University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning's famous 3D-only semesters, I'm afraid of being left behind and never catching up. A sweet girl, Miriam has always had a flair for the dramatic. This summer she got so nervous about her first kiss that she chipped a tooth practicing on a mannequin. Should you pep talk her or change the subject to give her some relief?
Nah, fuck that shit. You go, girl. Get your shit together. Remember last month when we saw that fortune teller and had her tarot cards read?
The lady with the mask who gave me nightmares? I've been trying to forget.
I know she looked spooky, but she was so sweet, and she told you that you were destined for great things. Remember that card with the fancy-looking tower, and that other card featuring the handsome fellow in the red suit?
I've been waiting for so long to meet a handsome fellow I could call my own.
Girl, same. God damn. Now she's speaking my language. Kibble, okay, I spelled your name totally wrong. You're good. You're fine. No chip off my shoulder. That's my famous Kibble phrase. And I'm sure you will soon. In no time we'll be graduating, and you'll be delighting the world with your heartfelt cooking in no time at all.
As you talk Miriam up, you can feel her nerves begin to ease. You know what? Maybe everything will be okay after all, and if not, at least I have these killer bangs.
Damn, bitch, true! My bangs are on point. Ain't no way. They were freshly drawn. I heard that Gab spent way too much time trying to get this to work. Oh, is this what happened to her? I'm Kibble! God damn it! No one knows about... Everyone sees me, the little guy on the thumbnails, but like no one knows. No one knows who I am. I'm okay. For the record, I'm this one. That was me. I hate using this as a point of reference because it is like that's the last thing I want to be. But god damn it, imagine if Gab was turned into Tony Chopper. If you know who that is. It is like the worst. I hate being known as that, but fuck it. Are you the tiny one that dances? No. No, I don't do the dance. Not yet, at least. I'm gonna keep that in mind, though.
Can you believe I cut them myself? You can definitely believe it.
Because she's fucking amazing at it. Look at her. She's so cool. I love her. I cannot believe it.
Before you can get another word out, you're rudely interrupted when someone smacks your books and custom-engraved measuring spoons out of your hands and onto the back.
What the heck? I made those. God damn it.
Hey! It's Ashley, your arch-rival. She's totally evil, but you can't help but be filled with jealousy. She can get anything she wants, and she knows it.
Hello, Ashley. Ooh, what voice should we do for this one? I don't know. Let's try.
Oh, I didn't see you there, chicken shins. You leave Kibble's shins alone. They are perfectly normal shins.
Thank you. I may be petite, but I got size to save lives, baby.
Ugh, you can't stand Ashley. Even her name is annoying. You know for a fact that it's actually Ashley, but she had to add extra letters to make herself feel better than anyone. Ugh, if anyone here knows what perfect shins look like, it's us.
We're not going to let you or your really weird insults get to us.
Across the quad, you see Ashley's best friend, Van the Man, has stopped to look at his own reflection in the mirror. His pants are so tight, you can see him casually working out his glutes while he styles his hair. No lie, they're rockin' glutes. Van?
Ooh, there's a JoJo. What should we name this one? This one. Never mind your best voice. Yes, you know, damn straight just because Gab's not here doesn't mean I can't flex my voice acting muscles. I've been working. I've been trying them out. It's not bad. Not the worst. Let's see.
You ring.
You've never been sure what their arrangement is, but as long as you've known them, Ashley and Van the Man have been just as close as you and Miriam, but substantially more devious.
I can't believe that University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning, would ever allow people like you to attend as students.
I know, right? You'd think they just hand us all diplomas now.
Or maybe hire us on as professors. You amateurs could learn a lot from us.
With the first day of school about to start, there's just not... Oh, goodness.
My headset's being weird. It's way too big. My head's way smaller than Gab's. Why did she give me the same headset? It's kind of dumb.
With the first day of school just about to start, there's just not time to properly tell these two off, so you resist the urge.
Let's go, Miriam.
Psh, see you later, losers.
I forgot how dumb the sound of... Oh no. I'm starting to remember when Gab first played this like years ago. Oh no. I gotta quickly read this before it keeps playing.
As you approach the door, you see a goofy-looking kid pushing hard against the window directly next to it. No.
No, it's so bad.
Oopsie. I think it's broken.
You reach forward and easily pull the door open.
That should do the trick.
I love you.
I think you mean thank you.
My name is Pop. I was named after my Pop. He's old.
Could someone like this also be a student at the school? He must be one heck of a chef. Also, his name tag clearly says Bob, but I guess he's reading it upside down.
Hi, Pop. I'm Kibble, so... Are you going to make me hold this door all day?
Nope. No.
And with that, the young man walks into the building ahead of you.
Is it just me, or is he kind of cute? I think it's just you.
You both shrug your shoulders before following him into the building. You stand at the edge of the room.
I like him. He's my favorite. Is my mouse showing up on the game? Oh, shoot! 1 second. Is my mouse showing up? Jeez, I didn't check. This is why I'm not in charge. This is why I'm never in charge of anything but this. Capture cursor. Okay, it is. I don't know why I did think that, but it's fine. It's fine. Ooh, doggy! I didn't read the last one, but that's fine.
That's a scruffy-looking pooch takes his place at the podium at the front of the class. Adorable!
Now, quiet down, everyone.
Who is this unreasonably cute pup, and why is he in our culinary class? You must be Sprinkles, head instructor and CEO of UCSAL. Of USCAL.
Please call me Professor Dog. I may be cute and little and fluffy, but I still demand respect. Woof.
What? A cute dog is our professor? This is the best school ever. I guess only a dog's nose is capable of picking up all the nuances of fine dining. Out of nowhere, wind begins to rush around you as a swirl of cherry blossom petals fill the air inside the classroom.
Oh no, it's him! It's gotta be him! Chad, it's gotta be him! It's gotta be him! It's gotta be him! I can't wait! Oh, it's gonna be great!
Well, I'm chilly. Someone close the window.
And then...
Oh!
he walks in. You're immediately swept up in the aura of this new student and his remarkable goatee. Who knew anyone could be so handsome? Time stands still.
I'm just gonna take a second. Chad, I think I'm in love. I think Cupid's arrow has struck me. And it has penetrated. It's gone like right past me. Oh. Hubba hubba. God damn. Man. If only he was real. If only Colonel Sanders was a real person and not, a guy that looked like he'd owned slaves. That's fine. But goddamn. Oh, baby. Oh, okay, let's keep playing.
It's him. It's...
If it isn't my favorite student, Holland.
Colonel Sanders interrupts Sprinkles. Sorry, Professor Dog, before he can finish his sentence.
Please, call me Colonel. Colonel Sanders.
A hushed murmur rolls through the classroom as Colonel Sanders walks down the aisle of desks. Suddenly, the room is sweltering. Sweat begins to bead across your brow. You feel like everyone is looking at you, and you're not entirely wrong.
And this over here must be Sweaty Sweats a lot. Maybe we should open that window back up before faucet pits melts into a puddle and evaporates entirely.
Hold on a second. Nobody talks to my friend like that. You two both know my name. We were in the same kindergarten class. And what is with all your really weird insults?
Besides, when Kibble sweats, it's not gross. It's beautiful. Look at that shimmer.
I like her. I think, if my thing with Colonel Sanders doesn't go through, maybe she's our plan B. Chad, she might be our plan B. If we can't find love with the Colonel, which is highly impossible because we all know how good my love skills are in this, I think we have a good chance with Miriam because she seems to really like us. Okay.
You turn to Colonel Sanders standing right in front of you. Colonel Sanders, beautiful angel that he is, stands before you, smiling gently, his hand outstretched.
Boy howdy, this classroom gets hotter than a Kentucky fryer. Please, use my handkerchief.
You freeze up. Colonel Sanders is talking to you. Wait, Colonel Sanders is talking to you? About how sweaty you look? You're completely mortified. This can't be your first interaction. What if he never forgets this moment? How will you respond? I'll take the hint.
I'll take it. Mine. I'll take it and then I'll keep it I'll put it in a closet and I'll keep it forever.
You stretch out your hand, and Colonel Sanders places a fine silk handkerchief in it. It's so beautiful, you hesitate to press it on your face, but when you do, the feeling is transcendent. It has his natural scent on it. It smells of the most delicious chicken you've ever smelled. Professor Dog steps in to settle the class down and set some ground rules.
Welcome to University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, the greatest culinary academy in the world. The birthplace of culinary legends past, present, and future. Many challenges await you. There will be tears. There will be blood. There might even be really adorable tiny food. Sorry, I'm too busy thinking about blood. And when all is said and done, there will be a battle. You will lift your sporks and compete in the broom cooking arena.
And then another student enters the classroom and interrupts the professor's rousing speech. Hi guys, sorry I'm late. I hope everyone had a good summer. I really miss...
Quiet! Late to class is bad enough, but interrupting my monologue? You're on the fast track out of here, young man. Are you sure you're even in the right place?
Don't you recognize me? It's my third year in this school with you as my teacher. Everyone stares at him blankly. Does no one remember me?
You're expelled if you utter one more word before I finish. Let that be a lesson to you students that tardiness is unacceptable. Even Clank made it here on time, rolling halfway across town on his tiny wheels.
You turn to see that the student Sprinkles is referring, who appears to be some...
Sorry.
You turn to see the student Professor Sprinkles is referencing, who appears to be some sort of industrial kitchen appliance.
Oh, burp. Shit, sorry.
Where? The class bursts into laughter.
Oh, Clank, you rascal.
Sprinkles walks into the classroom as everyone stands in silent obedience. When he gets to you, he lifts his nose into the air and takes a deep sniff.
Your diet is lacking. Based on what I'm picking up here, you definitely need a multivitamin. You should be taking better care of yourself.
You've never had a talking dog as a teacher before, but Sprinkles' reputation for being smart but tough is well known. You decide to try and butter him up by giving him a treat from your pocket. But what kind?
Okay, so there's a lot of really good options here. But I'm gonna assume, since this is the KFC game, we gotta go for the chicken snack. Because if we go for the chicken snack, Sanders might like me more. And I want Sanders to like me, god damn it! Chicken snack.
You reach beneath your apron and return with a chicken snack in your hand. Sprinkles' eyes go wide as he locks onto it. His favorite.
Well. I think there might be some competition for a new star student.
The furry professor immediately devours the snack, leaving your hand slick with a coating of warm doggy drool. You see the other students eyeing you jealously, but pay no mind to them. If they wanted to succeed in life, they should have learned the importance of carrying a range of dog treat flavors on them at all times.
More water. Trust me, if you have a tin can, you can use it as a voice of the robot. It works fantastically. Oh. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that. That's good. That's good stuff right there. I'll have to write it down.
Settle down, young chefs. Take your seats and prepare to have your minds open to the amazing possibilities of culinary creation.
As everyone rushes to claim their favorite seats, you're left standing at the front of the room. Only two options remain.
Hey, Kibble, there's still a seat here.
It seems that no one has claimed this seat next to me, if you're interested.
Okay, Sanders.
You move to take your seat by Colonel Sanders. It appears he brought no books, pens, or pencils. However, his perfect upright posture shows off a seriousness that makes you confident in his desire to learn.
Thanks for offering me the seat.
I've only had two rules. Do all you can and do it the best you can. It's the only way you ever get that feeling of accomplishing something.
That's so inspiring.
A little off topic if you ask me, but okay. As soon as you've settled into your seat, the professor makes an announcement.
Think fast, it's time for a pop quiz.
Yay, a quiz about me!
This incredibly important and surprisingly short quiz will tell me if you are ready for life at culinary school. Keep your knife sharp and your focus sharper. Here comes question number 1. If train A is traveling to point B and train B is traveling to point A, how important is it to wash your hands before cooking?
Extremely. I'm looking at you, Pop.
That's right. Forest is to tree as chicken is to... Feather. That's right. What is the most efficient eating utensil ever created?
Spork.
That's right. What food is best for a broken heart?
Anything, as long as it is prepared with love and not too much salt.
That's right. Is Sprinkles a good boy?
He's a talking dog that teaches culinary school. He's the
Best boy.
That's right. Perfect score, 5 out of 5. Wow. Be honest, did you cheat?
You look up
to see that Colonel Sanders has been watching you tally your score. He's impressed.
I know we just met, but I have to confess, I think you have a beautiful brain.
Hot diggity, Kibble! You just scored some major Colonel Sanders points with that performance.
Yes!
May I have your attention, students? I have an important announcement to make. Time for lunch.
Wow, the cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant you've ever eaten at. It makes sense that a school dedicated to
Sorry, I have to move the headset again.
dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating. A delicious fragrance wafts through the room and tickles the end of your nose. Your mouth waters.
Do you smell that? That must be our lunch. It smells crazy good.
Everyone, can I have your attention?
Is it about lunch?
No, I just wanted to apologize for my tardiness. You see, I was...
Howdy, folks. I'd like to make an announcement.
Hey, I was...
It's about lunch.
Everyone cheers. But I...
Shh.
Lunch, lunch, lunch.
She said shh.
In honor of the new semester, I have prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch.
That must be the smell I smelled. The smelly smell that smells. Smelly.
Indeed, that smell.
You hold your breath, waiting to see what food this mysterious student has created. You've heard that he's very talented, but were the rumors true?
Here's this.
Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket above his head. Its contents glimmer in the light. Piled high are huge pieces of chicken, breaded and fried to a crispy golden finish. The aroma envelops you, and you begin to feel warm and safe. Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket with chicken. What a novel concept. Your stomach begins to grumble as if to say, stop thinking and start eating.
For years, I've been developing a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. But by calculation, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavors.
You look around and notice that every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can.
But that's all I'll say about that.
What, you think we want your stupid secret recipe, dude? Pshaw.
Oh, sorry, that was my Ashley impression. What, you think we want your stupid secret recipe, dude? Pshaw. Nah, my dude. Nah.
I'm just, drafting a last will and testament in case, one of those ingredients is, poison.
Got him.
He looks around nervously to see if anyone else is laughing at his sick burn. You wait to see what zinger Ashley has prepared to follow up, but she suddenly takes a different approach.
Yeah, and I was just writing in my diary.
Dear diary, today I smelled something beautiful. I knew that moment that only the hands of a true gentleman would fry chicken so tender. You see her body language change from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent as she slides closer to Colonel Sanders. She realizes that he is destined for greatness and fame with cooking skills like this. She wants them all to herself.
Oh, please. Well, Van the man, if you don't want any.
I'll take his.
Whoa, hold on. I guess I'll try it.
He takes one bite and his eyes grow wide. He starts contorting his face as he tries to hold in his pure exhilaration and act unimpressed.
Easy now. There is enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in.
You take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of this bucket and sink your teeth into it. It's amazing! Tasting Colonel Sanders' food transports you to another dimension. Alone with your taste buds gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly.
Focus your mind and meditate on this moment. Try and identify every flavor. Savor the moment and everything that it tells you about Colonel Sanders' culinary heart. Swim toward the light. This is a very tempting option. I'm not gonna lie, I really want to press this, but I feel like anything that contains the name Colonel Sanders will give me the most Colonel Sanders points. Therefore, this one.
The flavors in your mouth are beautiful, pure, heavenly.
What a guy.
Alone with the flavors, you feel something that can only be described as love. For a man, for a flavor, are they really the same? After tasting the food, you get some one. After tasting his food, you try to get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he's doing and allows you to break the silence.
Colonel, I wondered if I could talk to you for a second.
Anything for fellow chef?
What exactly was on that chicken?
How bold of you to come out and ask. It's an idea I had for a new combination of flavors that'll make me my fortune and establish my legacy for all time, as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal.
It's just you and me here talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I got some of my own that I'd be willing... I've got some of my own if you'd be willing to trade.
What's the rush? The semester's only getting started. We've got 2 more whole days to get to know each other.
He's clearly not going to give it up easily, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent.
You know what they say about secrets, Colonel? Shouldn't learning be fun?
You've got moxie, I'll give you that.
Colonel Sanders looks both ways to make sure you're truly alone, and then leans in. You can feel his warm breath as he whispers.
Just one ingredient, but you can't tell. It's something my great-grandmother taught me.
Wow!
You'd never have guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you'd get some if you searched. While you're wrapped up in that huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared. While everyone else is still in the cafeteria, you decide to look for him. You find Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad.
Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. I think about how my story will continue on after I've graduated.
Excuse me. God! Jesus Christ. It sounds like you have big plans.
I dare say the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world. You can bet on that.
Alone together for the first time, you figure now is the perfect moment to show your personality to him.
Be modest but thoughtful. Wow him with a big idea to add an additional ingredient to really spice things up. No, it's only 11. That's the worst idea. Nag him to show your own strength. Modest but thoughtful. Well, I just wanted to tell you that I really enjoyed your food.
Now you've got his attention.
The flavors were complex but comforting. The interplay between salty, savory, and peppery. It was perfect. I appreciate... Oh, that's not me.
I appreciate the compliment, Kibble.
I'm sure you'll be a big success.
I know we've only met today, but I'm starting to get the same feeling about you. We should head back inside. The next lesson starts soon.
You step into the massive cooking arena where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they could need. Look at this place! It's magnificent! Finally, we get to show our stuff. Wait a second. Oh no, we have to show our stuff. What if I totally blow it?
You're not going to blow anything, except maybe kisses to the crowd of fans you're going to earn with your signature adorable tiny food creations.
Welcome, students, to the cooking arena. As you can see, I brought my pillar. It's the only way I can maintain eye level. For today's lesson, we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off.
Naturally, Miriam looks over to you, but unable to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders.
Hey, Colonel, would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of 2, that is, me and you, if that wasn't clear. Want to be my partner?
Sure, Kibble. I'll prepare our station.
Without you as a partner, Miriam is left standing all alone. 2 different students quickly take notice.
Hello, new partner. Beep, beep, bzz.
Oh my, 2 potential partners. I'm so sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to choose.
It looks like you'll have to pick for her. Friend duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever. Who do you want to ask to be Miriam's partner?
Okay, I'm not leaving Earth, Pop. That's just rude. I'm not a masochist. Clank, please. Sorry, Pop, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Clank today.
It's okay. I already ate.
It's not entirely clear if Pop has any idea what the point of school even is at this juncture. Clank is clearly excited to have some attention. He heats up and begins to roll back and forth.
Hold on there, fella. We don't even know the assignment yet.
Technically, Clank might not have a face, but there's something charming and earnest about him.
Bzz.
Tissue, I hardly know you.
Clank judders and a panel shakes loose. You get the impression that this is a sign of affection.
Looks like you 2 will be fine.
Now it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork. Ugh.
Goodness, my legs are really sore. Christ. I did a lot of work today. Different job than Gab's. I work as a mail woman. But specifically, my job is to punt the dogs away from the mailman so they don't bite them.
All right, you two. For today's lesson, we're going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef is an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. You get the idea.
Which dish would you suggest to your partner, Colonel Sanders?
Steak tartare seems easy enough. It's fancy and you don't even need to cook it. Using octopus will blow Colonel Sanders' mind. Your grandmother's mashed potatoes and gravy. Oh, Grandmama. Thank God your recipe will help me save the day and also win this man's heart. God bless you, Grandma. Rest in peace, Grandma. Gravy! I've always been something of a down-home chef. I was thinking we can make something warm, inviting, comforting. Maybe mashed potatoes.
And gravy.
I couldn't imagine one without the other.
Colonel Sanders casts a coy look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away.
I'll go get the potatoes.
No, please. Let me. Picking perfect produce is a passion of mine.
Looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders?
No, we're just cooking partners. Mind your own business.
Sanders' heart is my business, and you better keep your fingers off my man.
Did someone call for me?
No cheese, Van Van. While I'm over here crushing Kibble's dreams, you're supposed to be taking care of our classwork. What, that was the deal, remember?
Colonel Sanders returns, arms full of peeled potatoes. He tosses them into the boiling water and turns his attention to you and your old friends.
Jeez, why is the music loud? Why did the music just out of nowhere get really loud? Help! 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 Please! I'm scared. Shit.
Actually, no. It looked like Kibble was struggling, so we offered to give them a hand. You know how it is. 3 young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring.
I was gonna say, Colonel Sanders, maybe I could also teach you a thing or two about fancy food. Maybe one day you might be able to get up to my level. Doubt it.
Don't be rude, Van Van. Personally, I have no doubts whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worthy of admiration. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. But Colonel, if you ask me, I might bake a better partner for you than this thing that was...
I'm not a thing, damn it! I'm a Kibble, bitch!
Don't you feel deep down that we cast a complementary shadows? We fit together like a thigh and drumstick. It just makes sense.
Okay. 1 second. Very loud. Very loud. Ah! No. No. No loud. Not my thing. Okay. Welcome. Why is everything so intense? Okay. Ah! Okay, what's this? Keep going, keep going, keep going!
Don't you feel deep down that we cast complementary shadows? We fit together like a thigh and a drumstick, if that makes sense.
I have to mute so much. Christ.
Nothing about this makes any sense, but one thing is clear. She's coming for Colonel if you don't watch out. Ashley is really going at you hard.
Oh. Okay, well, I guess everybody's in love with me now. I guess that's fine. That's fine. Fine, whatever. Why not?
You need to ask her some backup here before things get ugly.
Turn to Colonel Sanders. Hunk of hunks in your time of need. Turn to Miriam, your forever bustie who always has your back. Sanders, she's being mean to me. I'm here to learn and express myself via my cuisine, not bigger with prima donnas. Partners were chosen at the beginning of class, so let's all respect the format, okay?
You turn to Colonel Sanders to confirm that you're on the same page.
I chose Colonel Sanders and Colonel Sanders chose me. Isn't that right?
A businessman respects all fair agreements, from contracts to handshakes. I took on Kibble as my partner for this activity, and I stand by it. Based on your team's behavior, I'd say you're perfect for each other. Neither of you has Kibble's natural talent or their loyalty.
Being defended by Colonel Sanders leaves you feeling proud and full of potential.
You sure it's not your thing, Kibble? Yes, probably the volume is way louder. I turned it down by like 5 to 10 decibels on your end. Consider yourself lucky, punk.
You look down at your station and realize that, in the tension of the moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed and boiled the potatoes into a perfectly creamy mashed texture, with plenty of butter and cream for flavor. It's as if your natural passion guided you through the steps you know so well while your attention was elsewhere.
I know just what to do.
Colonel Sanders extends his hand. He's holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat, out of which pours a smooth brown gravy smothering your nearly finished potato dish. Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The results look spectacular. Granny would be very proud.
I feel a lot calmer now. Okay. Let's take a breather. Remember, everybody, deep breaths. In. Out. Okay. I'm actually sweating. Christ. This has been a very heated moment. I was not ready for any of this. I'm taking a sip of water. Christ. Delicious hydration. It would only be better if it was given to me through a soda fountain found at my local KFC. That would only make it a million times better.
Colonel Sanders holds a spork out to you. You reach out and grab hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. The two of you stand holding the same spork, and for that small moment, all of the madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still.
Are they repeating text? Am I just reading that? Oh, damn. Okay. That's fine.
If you love something, set it free. Together you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and lift a heaping sporkful up. When you see Ashley with a sinister look, you know she's plotting something against you to be with Colonel Sanders. And then, filled with rage and without thinking, you fling the sporkful of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face. Van, do something, do something! Scooping up a fingerful, Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realizes that it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity?
Hold on right there, Kibble. We do not waste food in the Bloom cooking arena. Colonel Sanders, I expected better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you'd both better be prepared to eat it from wherever it lands.
Could I has potatoes face?
Van rushes back over, a covered dish in his hand. Mashed potatoes with gravy? Pathetic. In just a few minutes, I've prepared a full meal. Gates upon my specialty, braised tentacle of octopus in my silky saltwater sauce, plated on a battle axe blade forged by my supreme chef ancestors. You've ignored me for too long. That ends now. It is I who will have the first bite, and you will all look on with envy. The interrupting student rushes at Van and swipes a bite of this signature dish right off the plate.
No, don't! Something about this dish doesn't strike my nose quite right. I think the octopus was rushed, and may have turned in the process. The results could be toxic.
Too late. It has been eaten. I think I left something in the oven. I don't feel so good.
It killed him!
Everyone step back! Don't take another bite!
When you look back at the plate, the rest of it is gone. You notice the tip of the tentacle being strapped up in Cock's mouth. Oh.
I'm tired.
When you look back at the plate, the rest of it is gone. You notice the rest of the tentacle being slurped up in Pop's mouth. Pop winces in pain for a moment, then it almost immediately is back to his oblivious self.
Oopsie. Tastes like poison.
The entire class has gathered to watch Pop's final moments. Shock has frozen the whole crowd. They are as motionless as statues. The class bell rings, disrupting the moment and snapping everyone back to reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things, despite obvious danger, has inoculated him against poisons of all kinds.
I'm not sure the professors here make enough money.
Hello?
I just turned into a ghost over here.
Oh, goodness. I need to change my headsets. Christ, this is a lot.
Seeing that you're shaken up by that really annoying student and all this nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you.
I'm sorry you had to go through that. Please, let me walk you home. What? What? Like for real? Whoa, come on.
You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. At night, the school building has taken on another vibe entirely. It's dark and more than a little spooky. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad's neon glow and speaks softly. That was a really loud thud. That was weird.
Those mashed potatoes you made in class today.
Before you go on, I want you to know, they're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them.
They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me of why I became so passionate about food to begin with.
Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him in a way that you find inspiring. Now might be the perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings for him.
Colonel Sanders,
Yes, Kibble?
there's something I need to tell you.
Hold it right there. I forgot my voice. There's something I need to tell you first.
Oh, jeez.
You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef the world has ever seen. And every day, I've been working toward that dream day and night, never stopping, never resting, also lifting a lot of weights, like so many weights. We should follow our dreams with all our hearts, that our souls may grant them like wishes floating on a shooting star. Hey, no! You shut up! I'm the one here who could say inspirational stuff and be the star of the story.
Are we forgetting that your cooking literally killed a guy?
You can't prove that. I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name?
Somewhere in the distance, you hear a long, sad sigh. Forget him! We're talking about me! Me! I'm the hero!
The Spork Monster is here to fight a hero! I think I left the fridge door open. Later, nerds. How dare you threaten me just as I was letting down my guard and connecting with another shift on an emotional level? Be afraid. Be very afraid of me, because I'm a monster, see?
Is he rhyming on purpose or is that just a coincidence?
But before you can discuss syntax any further, it's a turn-based fight sequence! What will you do?
Attack!
You decide to go on the attack. Which attack will you use?
Cook with love!
Cook with Love does 1 damage. It just got real. That attack really upset Spork Monster. Spork Monster goes on the attack. They spit hot gravy at you. You take 1 damage. Attack.
Attack! Cook with love!
Cook with Love does 1 damage. Spork Monster won't forget this. He's really feeling threatened by your attack. Spork Monster focus their mashed mind and draws in energy from Mother Earth itself. They grow larger and more intimidating. How will you respond?
Cook with love!
At this rate, the semester will probably be over before this fight is. Spork Monster is no quitter. Buffed up and ready to rumble, they go on the attack once again. Spork Monster uses ult. Utila Tensile. You take 2 damage from the attack. If you take much more damage, you're not going to survive the battle. Defend!
Defend!
Which defend will you use?
Trepidation!
You curl into a ball.
I'm not cut out for this!
Feeling vulnerable, Spork Monster prepares for his ultimate attack, Rounded Edge.
Val Villain, your reign of terror ends here.
Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens.
Pot Pie Power Punch!
Pot Pie Power Pinch does 10 damage. Spork Monster is defeated.
You saved me!
An injured Spork Monster spews steam into the night.
Spare this wretched beast!
You manage to tamp down your disgust at the sight of this gnarly beast long enough to realize that he is still a living creature with a pure soul who deserves your pity, not your wrath.
Be gone, beast! And don't you dare come back to a follow-up encounter tomorrow!
I won't forget this, and I certainly won't be back like you said.
The spork monster scuttles off into the night. The defeated monster left behind a special item. It appears at first to be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection, it's so much more. It's a book of magic spells with a golden chicken on the cover. You open the cover to find a library card tucked inside. The last name to have signed it out is Borko.
Borko. That name sounds strangely familiar.
Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night holding the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from your battle buzz, you realize that your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away. Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you.
Why is Colonel Sanders in my house? Also, Christ, I'm burpy as frick.
The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. He must have helped you get home. In your tired state, you don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy. You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being pulled up over you as you are tucked in tightly.
Good night, my Colonel.
In your dream, you're together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there instructing your love. Dreams are weird.
Oh, God. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, we've only been streaming for 1 hour, Jet. This is awful. Why did Gab let me do this? I'm already out of energy. Okay, this is day 2. We've been streaming for a hot second. Not a lot to say. Just like, okay, this is as far as Gab has ever played, so unfortunately this is all I know about the game, because this is all that Gab's told me about. So I don't really know what else is going on in this game. I don't really know what else happened, so the rest of this game is actually going to be very interesting, as I just don't know what the hell is going to happen next, so... Hopefully, this is fun. We're gonna continue, but I'm gonna take a break because, yeah, doing all those voices kind of hurts. Not this voice, though. This is my normal voice. Normal voice, the only one I use. And, yeah, we're gonna be back in, like, I'd say 10 to 15 minutes, so... Also, ads. Ads. There you go. I love ads. They're great. Okay, I'll be back in a bit. I'll see you then. Nah. Yeah, no, once I took a break, I kind of realized how damaged my throat is, but that's fine. That's fine. Everybody, it's okay. It's all good. I'm fine. Okay. Oh, God. Okay, we're back in it. Back in the fray. Back in the gaming. We're back in the gaming sauce. It's fine. I don't know why, but Kibble seems a bit better being in control of the stream than Gab. And it's because, like, only 2 people are watching this. And that is nothing against people that are actually having Valentine's Day plans. I'm just like, God. Oh. Okay. I'm good. I'm good. Number 5, the 5th bite. So we're halfway through. We're in the halfway point. If I... 1 second. Just want to make sure. Yep, okay. Cool. Oh, Jesus. Okay.
You awake on day 2 and You awake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories? Or premonitions?
Oh, no. The break made me lose my reading abilities. Oh, Jesus.
And then there was that secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because he already trusts you so much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you can tell her about the encounter with the spork monster, she launches into a story of her own. Okay, I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might be, I think I might like Clank.
Like him? Like?
I know it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him. Like him. We got to talking after class, and he's actually a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders was the most popular kid in his high school?
No, but that does make complete sense.
Yeah, but he was so popular that he was voted prom king at a school he didn't even go to, and was also the convertible that he himself rode in at the front of the homecoming parade.
That is very impressive. I'm thinking maybe something got lost in the pressure cooker language translation there. Either way, maybe it'd be best if you took it slow with this new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders.
You and Colonel Sanders, the coolest guy in school, the most famous student to ever attend University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, you're a thing now.
We definitely connected yesterday.
Sure you did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess? Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real.
Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients?
Your bestie's eyes light up. A secret ingredient?
Yeah, I just said that. A secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in there?
Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing. So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical garden where I was wandering. This can't be good. He told me about his passion for spices, secret spices. The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. He said it was a powder created from super duper rare dried flower petals, and that if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own.
Please, Miriam, don't tell me.
So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. He was so nice, he even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with them, a very strange feeling came over me, and the flavor was unlike anything I'd ever tasted.
I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here.
Whatever. Anyhow, we both share an interest in cooking, so we've stayed in touch, you know, like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about new spices.
Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe. And besides, I only know the one ingredient, so I doubt it'd be much use to anyone.
Please, please, please! It would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you or from Colonel Sanders.
Fake ingredient. We've already built our empire so high. I can't sacrifice it. I can't sacrifice it, Jed. I can't. Hi, Reed. Oh, you Reed. Hi. This is a very complicated stream that would make more sense if you read the channel description. Or the stream description. That would probably I can't describe it this far. Gab would whoop me for not producing content fast enough.
You quickly think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know. How about...
It was Eye of Newt. I know, sounds like some kind of witch's potion, but what can you do?
Eye of Newt. Wow. Her eyes light up imagining such a thing, and you figure that you've satisfied her curiosity, and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around and does some thumb typing on her phone that you can't quite see. Oh, that's probably not good. Before you can ask her to confirm that she was definitely not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. A wind rushes in. Cherry blossom petals fill the air. It's Colonel Sanders. He's arriving at school.
Probably not. Run away!
You decide that the best way to show Miriam how serious you and Colonel Sanders are would be to run to him. Surely he'll sweep you up onto the back of a stallion and you'll ride away together. That'll show her good.
Oh, Colonel, my Colonel! Okay, if this doesn't work, I am reverting my save. I cannot lose all the progress I've made so far.
However, your sudden movements surprise the horse and it rears up, kicking you directly in the face. The force of the blow completely knocks you out cold. In the darkness, you see a vision. Ooh, Kibble, I'm here to deliver you a message. Not this guy. It is important you remember this, exactly as I say it. If you forget, the world could end, so you know it's serious. I have been trapped in a realm beyond, but a great prophecy relies on my return, and only you can save me. All you need to do is repeat my name 3 times, and that name is... But before he can continue, you suddenly awake. Oh,
Christ, this is too much. Ah,
aw, jeez. You awake and find Colonel Sanders tending to you. He roused you back to life with a satchel of secret spices, or is that just his natural seasoned musk?
compliment the craftsmanship of his horse's shoes.
Maybe he shouldn't be riding a horse to school, and maybe you shouldn't be running up to animals you don't know. It's hard to say who was in the wrong here. But one thing is for sure, that Colonel Sanders is pretty dreamy.
That horse has beautiful shoes. I could really feel how smooth and sturdy they were when they were pressed into my face.
That's nice to hear. No one truly appreciates good craftsmanship anymore. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter the classroom, you can see your 2 rivals, Ashley and Van Van the Man-Man, are doing something bad. By the way they're hiding, you know it must be... Oh, by the way they're hiding, you must know it must be really bad. Like, counterfeiting recipes bad, experimenting with restricted ingredients bad, summoning a demon bad? You try to get a peek over Van Van's hulking shoulder, but he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this.
Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey? Act like I'm not interested in them, but really try to get a closer look.
You sit near the rivals, but leave your back turned to them. You even hear Van Van mutter something that sounds a bit like a magic spell. However, he notices you eavesdropping. You try and cover your tracks and improvise an excuse.
It's time for class and you're distracting the rest of us who want to learn.
Now you've upset them.
Oh, and you're the emperor of cooking, are you? You make the rules?
I'm not sure you know a good meal if it ain't you.
Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache.
And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. You finally get to look at what it was they were hiding, and you instantly recognize it. It's a book, just like the one you found after your encounter with the Spork monster.
That's the same book I found last night in the quad.
Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back.
I don't know what you're talking about. That book is a family heirloom, and its contents are secret.
You notice that they haven't just been studying the book. They've got Pop pinned to the wall, and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth.
We're playing!
Before you can dig in any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class.
Beep beep.
Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls right over Van Van's meaty foot.
Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts!
You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything.
What?
Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such language, not even from a stand mixer.
What? No, your mother was a stand mixer!
Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room.
Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them.
Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know that this is a ruse, right?
Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena at least. Or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I got lofty career aspirations to focus on.
Maybe I can help you with your business plan.
Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal the true start of the class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog.
Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready to learn.
Rub his furry dog belly. Yeah, he loves it. Sprinkles stops in his tracks and sniffs the air around you. Something has him in a trance. It's the scent left on you from Colonel Sanders. Sprinkles jumps on you and licks your face.
Down, boy, down! Off hopping!
That command shouted by Colonel Sanders has snapped Sprinkles out of his trance. I wonder what's up with that.
Sorry, I got a little carried away.
After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom.
Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken!
You want to pay attention to the lesson, truly you do.
Which is why in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was chicken who first signed their name.
But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders. And you missed most of the important parts. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you.
Well, Kibble?
Naturally, this appears to you to be a
That doesn't sound like a real sentence. Is that just me? Oh, Christ. Someone's on Steam or something. I think someone's playing Overwatch on my screen. I could hear it. Oh, Christ.
Naturally, this appears to you to be a sample platter. Which item do you want to sample?
Water.
You grab the glass of water and gulp it down. It's cool and crisp, like the pure snow melted by a mountain spring.
Hey, that was mine! It was from my favorite toilet! You owe me $6.
And you've got excellent taste.
You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention.
We all make mistakes.
I'm sure he'll forgive you. Someday. Come on, it's time for lunch. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim, and your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared via timed competitive cook-off. The level of theatrics with these two is off the charts.
You're on. A bit of lunchtime competition, eh? Count me in. If I have to wipe the tables with you fools before I set my lunch down on it, then so be it.
I'm not the fool, you're the fool. Good one, Van. I like your gumption, Kibble. I'll be watching your performance. Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness.
Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sporting court.
Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief.
At least not until we turn on the timer.
Timer ready.
Just then, a huge light blasts you in the face, flashing the words timer ready.
That's what I'm talking about.
I stand corrected.
The hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that's an original quote by me. In case anyone was wondering, I hope its message lifts you to victory.
Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now it's my chance to shine.
I will defeat you myself.
You had his chicken and you made mashed potatoes and gravy on day one, and you're feeling like you can really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. What temperature boils water at? 100. It's wrong.
What are you thinking, Kibble? Get your head in the game.
You're going to need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe, but you have an idea. 11 herbs and spices.
Shit, wait, load. We're getting this right. We're gonna get this right. We're gonna make the perfect chicken and whatever the hell. We're gonna do this. You're on. I wanna get this right. This is the one time. If it's like a time to think, that's fine. Okay. It always boils. 100 degrees Celsius is like super fun. There's no way. What? 100 Cel... Wait, what the Wait a second. What is 100 Celsius to Fahrenheit? 112. Oh, yeah. No, that's right. Okay. Start again. I'm the idiot. That's me. I'll take that. No, I'll take that. I'll take the blame for that. Granted, that is my bad. Okay. Celsius.
That's right, but how would you have gotten into this school without knowing?
Okay, well, you don't have to rub it in, asshole. 0 freezes, 100 boils. Yeah, that's fair.
When I get to rub my furry belly, let that enticing offer motivate you.
You're going to need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe. It's 11 herbs and spices. That's right. You might not know all the ingredients yet, but at least you're headed in the right direction. Tail wagging intensifies. Now that you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers the most flavor? Vigilance?
Shit! Damn it. I'm forging a mad piss of hate. A mad pisser, if I do say so myself. I didn't know that until chemistry class last semester. Look. Okay, I was bad. Trust? What? Gratitude? I'm not feeling a lot of gratitude right now. I'm gonna feel a lot of gratitude when the game finally lets me have sex with Colonel Sanders. I'll let you know that. You're on. Gratitude, my ass. Celsius. 11. Gratitude.
That's right, you must never take this opportunity for granted if you hope to succeed. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You'd better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget when you came from, to never forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. Now would be the great time to harness that energy. Where did it come from?
Small town where big dreams are born.
That's right, this is your shot and you're not going to miss it. Arrgh! You try to shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking.
That's the sound of success. Sizzling. Shit. Fuck. It's just surprising. Why is the timer so fast on the last part? I don't get it. Seriously, I don't get it. Okay. Hey, Celsior. 11. Gratitude. Dreams are born. Bubbling? Fucking what? How would I know? How would I know that success is nothing? I'm about to reach my boiling point. I think my blood pressure is about 100 degrees Celsius right now. Oh, my throat hurts. It hurts so bad. Oh, God. Okay, 11. Wait, did I get that? I don't know if I got that right. Hey, Curb, new model makes me have night. I'm not Curb. It's Kibble. Bitch. I have no allegiance towards anybody. I'm only an agent of chaos. Okay, let's do it. Okay. Celsius. 11. Gratitude. Small town. Silence.
That's right, when they taste your cooking, they will be so taken with it that they'll be unable to speak. You notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. I believe in you, Kibble. He's actually cheering you on. Which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you makes you totally forget what you were doing. Now all you can think about is Colonel Sanders.
How many spoonfuls of gravy? Fucking fuck. Wait, I wanna see if that's doable. Let's see. Oh, this is awful. Guys, I'm so tired. Okay, we got it. It's happening. Celsius. 11. Gratitude. Small town. Silence. Okay. Blow you a kiss. You're stranded on a desert island with only one desert cookbook. Which do you take? What a hug! I know, right?
You know what? Shouldn't you be focused on the challenge of falling behind?
What does that have to do with crafting spectacular fried chicken and delicate baked biscuits? Woof, woof. You're really struggling to keep up. At the next station over, Ashley has already begun plating elements of her dish. It's colorful and complex. To make up time, you toss your biscuit dough into a stand mixer. As you do, the crowd gasp.
Ugh, yikes!
I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance used in a kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. You might not have any hands, but Kibble does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know it's properly mixed.
There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by going the easy way.
When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hand into the mixer to rescue your dough before it's overmixed. Kibble, no! But you're not fast enough, and you get stuck. It's immediately crushed by the quickly spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame.
What you often find is that the easy way can turn out much, much more difficult.
Everyone stop what you're doing right now. This battle is over.
It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish.
Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. Oh, that's too bad. And here I am with a completed dish ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default. No, it wouldn't be fair to compare the two on account of Kibble's injury.
You see Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he locks onto the dish.
But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared. Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skipped straight to dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good, and tells a story of excellence. Was going to ask Kibble to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you would mind lending me your strong, steady hand. Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Inside you'll find a delicate fried cheese croquette, atop a slice of honeycomb, ice cream 2 ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry galette. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued but perhaps not impressed as he dips his finger into the chocolate sauce.
Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley?
Oh, you.
As he places a sauce-covered finger into his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something into his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. Internalize
the rage. We do not want to make ourselves a fool.
Your rage burns so intensely within your eyes that they burst into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash, and they fall off of your face, which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester, perhaps forever. Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, you run off the quad to be alone. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married. And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly.
I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from the run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out.
I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fire. I'll never be a master chef.
Failure is a part of life. Not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before?
That's exactly what I think.
Well, then think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you, enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure. I was born that way.
And how? And how?
But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician.
Okay, Chad, let's do the funny thing of the day. Obstetrician. A physician or surgeon qualified to practice in obstetrics, the branch of medicine and surgery concerned with childbirth and the care of women giving birth. Damn. Colonel wanted to see the babies come out. That's weird. Okay, I mean, pop off, King. I don't know.
I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I even failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. I lost my business partner to a gunfight, and I lost my innocence when I picked up a firearm and put a bullet in my rival. He survived. For a while, anyhow.
I didn't know.
People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together. Which is true now. But it hasn't always been. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I resolved then that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money would deter me from giving the best I had to give.
As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you can see something ignite. You can see something ignite inside of him. A burning passion.
Oh shit. Whoa.
Excuse me. Ugh.
One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure. It's honest. It's something that a humble man in a crisp black suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds.
Yay.
Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle-scarred from the night before, you prepare for the worst.
It's the Spork monster.
Borko?
It is I. I know I said I wouldn't be back after the whole fight to the death thing. Maybe you don't really want to see me anymore, but I just wanted to say that I was wrong to attack you, and I do apologize. I know it's like having to always look over your shoulder. Monster problems, am I right?
Aw, thanks, Borko. I'm glad there are no hard feelings. Getting jumped by a giant creature in the dark of the night can really rile a person up. I also want to apologize for the way I switched right into attack mode.
I know that you're strong, and cooking school can put a person under a lot of stress. I actually used to go to this school. I wasn't always a spork monster, you see.
I don't believe it. You were a human once?
Well, no, I was a golden retriever, but I was still a student. Until one day, some mean kids with a magic spellbook cast a dark enchantment on me, and I was forever transformed.
A magic spellbook.
Precisely. I had procured a copy for myself, but somewhere along the way I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg of you, respect it. You're a powerful chef, and shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from whom those would cheat them through sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't fear. I will be there. Sounds like there's some bad cooks in the kitchen alive, Kibble. Together, I'm sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss.
A personal invite. You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but it sounds like you're about to find out.
Holy moly! Oh, this place is kicking. Oh, damn. Damn.
Stepping inside Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him.
Looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders.
Every day can be an adventure, if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own right lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef.
Well, there is something. It's just a side dish that I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close.
Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing.
It's meant to pair with something spicy or something crispy, but both perhaps.
Now you've got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation to him, or keep it a secret just for you?
Motherfucker won't tell me it's herbs and spices, it's my secret. Actually, I've said too much. Please forget I never said anything.
You can practically hear Colonel Sanders' heart beating in his chest. He tries to act demure, but his facade begins to crack.
I can appreciate a good secret, of course. In fact, I've got many. Nearly a dozen in my fried chicken recipe alone. But I would hope that you could learn to trust me with yours.
Well, I suppose you did share a secret ingredient with me yesterday, so it'd be only fair.
Colonel Sanders' face grows serious.
Yes, about that. You see,
Yes, Colonel?
I haven't been completely honest with you. The secret I told you was a fake.
Oh no, the ingredient you shared with Miriam. It wasn't true? You're angry with Colonel Sanders for lying, but the fact that you revealed his secret shows that he was probably right to do so.
You mean it wasn't one of the 11 secret herbs and spices?
You see, we had only just met. I had to make sure you were trustworthy and capable of keeping my most important secret. To me, my recipes are priceless.
Well, I have something to confess. That secret ingredient you told me, I shared it with Miriam, my bestie.
Unfortunately, I already knew this. I was very disappointed, but now that you've come clean and we can start building our relationship as fellow chefs again.
I didn't didn't give him that. What the hell? I didn't do that. But I didn't give him that. What the frick? I hate this. Bad game because I had to load. Because I was save scumming. Ah, damn. Oh well. I promise to be honest from here on out. I really do.
I'm counting on you.
Then in that case, I present to you my original coleslaw.
The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' Luck's hideaway.
Magnificent.
Together you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl.
Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I'd like to have it around so that I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment.
You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy.
Sure, why not?
Please, make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment.
You realize that now would be a perfect time to do some snooping. Around the room are various items that you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on the item to discover more about the Colonel.
Oh no, I gotta choose? What's this?
You gaze out the window across the vast lake and mountain range beyond. Just then the ghost of student pops up. Are you thinking about heading out into the world on a quest to avenge my death?
Wait, what? I never even learned your name. Why would I avenge you?
I can just tell you my name right now.
Can't you see I'm in the middle of something?
You open the window a crack and the ghost of student is swept out with a breeze. Tap on an item. One of the framed photos shows an old man who looks a bit like Colonel Sanders standing with a friend. They hold fried chicken drumsticks and appear to be cheersing them.
No, it doesn't.
You look closely and see that there's a short inscription.
I wonder who my friend Pete is.
That must be where he keeps the secret recipe. You think for a moment, what number is important to Colonel Sanders? Then it dawns on you. As soon as you turn the dial to 11, 11, 11, the safe opens. Inside it, you find a single note. Can Shinra be prepared?
Style. Wait, what? What did it mean? This is adorable. I love this. I want my slaw. You got my slaw, sir.
An adorable little baby boy crawls across the floor. From the goatee and mustache combo he sports, you figure that must be Colonel Sanders himself. That or maybe it's the drumstick that he seems to be waving like a rattle.
Who frames a baby picture of just themselves?
Probably the same type of person who would make their own face the logo of the company they founded, am I right? What?
What is that? No! I don't like that. That scared me. Oh god, 1 second. I need a minute. Christ. Oh my god. Oh god. Okay, whew. I need a second. Okay, we're fine. We're living. We're good. Sorry, I needed to, take a breath. You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet. Sure, I'm just gonna keep this voice for this sentence. And find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one of its hangers and try it on. That is a bad idea.
The jacket is a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in his scent.
God damn.
They say that home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he's been working on, and he wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks why you're wearing his jacket.
I don't usually loan those out, but I must say it does look good on you.
Oh crap, the jacket! You forgot to take it off!
Nah, I'll be honest.
You confess.
I think I've developed feelings for you.
I might be developing feelings for you too, but I'm concerned. I can't let anything get in the way of my dreams.
Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door. But the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself.
Colonel?
Yes, Kibble?
I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful.
I think you're right. I know you're right, but I think you're right. We should take things slow.
You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. Dream sequence! You awake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today is the day that could change the rest of your life. Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast, and your mouth waters at the sight of it.
Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up.
It's meticulous. You taste Colonel Sanders' food, and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question.
So, would you say that we're the perfect match?
How presumptuous!
My cuisine and your taste buds, that is.
Such confidence, such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift to cookery?
I'll flatter him. Sure. You know, I think we might make a great team.
A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window.
And with the right business partner, I know I cannot fail.
Business partner? Could he be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears. Unable to speak, the only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning, waits for no one. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you.
Where have you been?
Because I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something had happened to you.
It's okay, I was just...
But now that it turns out you're fine, I can finally get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam.
Sure, but...
You will not believe what happened to me after school. Yesterday, I went on a date.
I think I can believe that.
Since I've been partnered up with Clank, he asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him, you better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. Oh, Bike.
I clicked out. My bad.
But he was interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me. So I said, yeah, sure, I can get to know the little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends, but things quickly spiraled out of control. Did she just say skydiving? As if that's a typical first date to go on with a talking pressure cooker?
And now I'm not really sure where we stand.
You don't give Miriam time to tell her the whole story. However, bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear.
And I went on a date too. Back to Colonel Sanders' house, where I spent the night with him.
You what?
Nothing happened but the emotional connection. Wowzers. One word's really all it takes, huh, chat? Jesus.
Miriam tells you to move on from this whole Colonel Sanders obsession and focus on school. If being focused with Colonel Sanders is wrong, you don't want to be right. After a short argument, you both agree to go your separate ways.
Oh, damn. Oh, did we just, lose our best friend? Oh, no. Oh, shit. Oh, sorry.
When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from a distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp the fact.
I have not drank water in the past hour. Let's change that. I'm drinking a lot of water. My voice really hurts.
There we are.
Oh god, that's the most disgusting shit I think I've done. Whoa. Also, real fast ads. Ads. Ads all over you. Ads. Okay. Holy shit, dude, my voice is just so sore. Oh no, something tells me Gav's gonna wake up with a very sore throat, because if I end up with a sore throat, I'm gonna make sure I punch her enough in the throat enough so that Gav gets as much of a sore throat as I do, because Jesus, I am not dealing with this alone. You should get some tea. I have tea. It just takes a long time to make, so I'm not gonna do it. Okay. Whew.
Because you know, he's Pop.
What's a swirly? It sounds delicious.
Oh, it's great. I'll order you up one right away.
I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please.
Sprinkles is a dog and a treat. You can get your swirly dip too.
Why don't you pick on someone your own size?
Because I'm literally the biggest person in this school.
And there's that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who could dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature?
You got some nerve, Kibble, suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse.
Now you're twisting my words and I won't have it.
You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince with pain. Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up.
I'll never give up, ever!
Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he sees that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Kibble, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon.
Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard.
Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What's he doing complimenting her?
But what about the flavor of my delicate warm gooey chocolate sauce?
It was clear that you're passionate about how your food was received.
That's a lot of words to say it was bland.
Excuse me, Kibble, I am more than capable enough to speak for myself.
Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk into class, Colonel?
I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine foods. See you inside, Kibble. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad and get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by that interaction with Ashley, you take out the spell book you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages.
I didn't do that!
Whoa, what's that book? It looks like bad news.
It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in that magic stuff.
A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful?
I can think of one surefire way to find out.
You open to a page covered in arcane writings, cast only in case of extreme emergency. It says around the edges of the page.
I could use this spell here that says it will erase anyone I choose from all my memories. If I scrap out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus on the upcoming final exam.
That is way drastic. Couldn't you do something else, like anything else not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger? Okay, fine, it is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you, and you've got a pretty good excuse to try it out.
No! Like why would I do that? Okay, no, don't.
You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is already in the room, waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement.
I want you all to know, I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of.
Dogs can be... Oh, his cute little nose scrunches up and he begins to breathe quickly. Dogs can be rather unpredictable, especially Sprinkles. Wait to see what happens. He must be hungry. Reach for some old homework to give him as a snack.
Nah, let's wait.
Sprinkles stops in his tracks. He focuses in on the window. The room is deadly silent. When you follow his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched on the cherry tree outside. Sprinkles turns feral and runs to the window of the classroom. He begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside.
Terrence, I told you to never come back here, Terrence! I will destroy you, Terrence!
Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drool flying off his face. The squirrel looks over, but he doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence?
You better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again!
After Sprinkles is satisfied that his presence has been felt by not only Terrence, but any other squirrel in hearing distance, he returns to his professorial tone.
I apologize for the outburst. This suddenly brings an important point. Thank you, Kibble, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom. You see...
But before he can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Sprinkles is interrupted by whirs and sparks coming from the back of the room.
I told you to save it for after class. You think I wanted to be thrown from a plane strapped to a stranger?
Miriam and Clank appear to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak Clank's language of mechanical noises.
But no, you had to show off to your cool kid friends Jeff and Joan, J&J. Watch us form a triangle in midair as we descend. Triangles are for the strongest shape, don't you know? Well, that doesn't make it a great date.
Bleep.
And take Jeff and Joan with you. You can all hold hands as you pedal down the mountain or off a cliff for all I care.
Bleep. Clank begins to shudder. Steam pours out of the gaps in his panels and then a loud ding stops him in his tracks.
No amount of seasoning is gonna make me want to eat that, Clank.
Clank burps out a completely deep-fried sneaker, considering that he himself has wheels, not feet. It's not entirely clear where it came from.
In terms
of deep fried footwear, I guess it looks okay.
Clank slowly rolls out of the room to be alone with his shoe. Everyone tries to pretend like they didn't see that entire thing go down. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a fall over the final day of school.
Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition showdown challenge exam.
Trademark.
I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena.
But before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk.
Hey, Miriam. You okay?
Okay? I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that, in front of everyone? Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy.
I know that you know this, but I'm gonna say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're gonna cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City.
Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me.
Of course not. Well, maybe, sorta, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it, and a ranch big enough for both of us and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show up a little interest anyhow.
Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks. I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup.
And I bet that Professor Doc is gonna love it up.
Clank is the
hero we all need, yes. Sorry, my narrator voice popped out on accident, sorry. Whew.
While you were pep talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch, but that's okay because you had a better idea of how to spend the time before your exam. You've decided to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is it. The location of your final challenge. A test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent, and a chance to beat the pants off of Van, the supposed man-man, and his eviler counterpart, Ashley. As planned, you begin to run through a quick test of a recipe you've been working on, Kibble's famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders.
Kibble, what are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam.
Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory.
The pot pie has begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you.
Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious.
You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who is hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you.
No, let's do it. Show him the goods. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing.
I know. My nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards.
That's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man.
You knew it was a pot pie from just the smell?
Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie. With an all-butter crust. And my nose is telling me something else.
Oh no, is it burning?
No, I can smell that it was made from a heaping helping of tender love and care. But it'll probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out.
The moment of truth.
Wow. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking, and I could eat this all day.
There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules.
There are no rules. Ugh. There are no rules except to cook with everything you've got.
You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that'll push you over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, both Van and Ashley are preparing wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect, his original recipe, fried chicken. The intensity in the room starts at a full 10 out of 10, with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air.
Egg wash!
Miriam furiously injects ingredients into an itty-bitty pot of broth.
Best friend, Buster Blaster.
Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin.
Let's rock and roid!
Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed.
Shallow personality spatula.
Even Clank gets in on it.
5-dial pressure point chicken cooking technique.
Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English?
It's a singularity, as we foretold.
We mustn't let it happen, or the appliance uprising will take us all.
Self-destruct.
Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out to the back door of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spell book out. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? You've got a book of your own, and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil magic?
Do it the hard way. This is what Colonel Sanders told me to do. Yes. Hard way.
Who needs magic when you've got passion?
I'm going to do it the hard way.
Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms, and he gives you a subtle wink from across the room.
I believe in you, Kibble.
Miriam notices too.
And I've always believed in you,
Kibble, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever. You turn to notice that Miriam is at your station cheering for you.
Miriam, what about your dish? If you're not here, if you're here cheering, who's cooking? Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. Oh, that's sweet, but...
Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles.
It's the secret ingredient.
The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up into a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes.
It is I, Steve the Spork Monster.
Steve? Wait, what happened to Borko? You're not here to battle me, are you?
We Spork monsters are many. I think Borko had the day off. But you have conjured Steve, and I hate the battle, so I say you're doing pretty alright. Oh, hey, you're in the middle of a cooking competition. I love this stuff, it's better than TV. You crazy kids and your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out?
I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind?
Steve the Spork Monster notices you've got the grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station.
I see what you're up to. Crisscrossed some magical items and accidentally summoned me, huh?
Yeah, you guessed it, sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles in a pot of salted water?
I'd love to. I've always wanted to be a top chef, actually. You know, when I was just a little spork pup back in the old country.
You can feel Spork Monster winding up to tell a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like it was probably lonely there.
Actually, you know what? Maybe you should just watch from the stands. I really need to focus on this competition.
I understand. It's kind of like that time in monster school that I had fallen asleep during scare tactics class, and when I woke up...
You toss a serious stare at Steve, and he takes the hint.
Never mind, I'll take it later. Good luck.
Having suffered this huge setback, you don't know if you could ever win. You summon extra power from deep down within yourself.
I can do this! I have what it takes! I can never win!
Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body.
My heart is pure! My hands are steady! My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for...
Yes, Kibble, you are the chosen one. You will avenge me. The power you've been summoning immediately fades back out.
You interrupted my inspiring monologue!
Sorry.
My heart is pure! My hands are steady! My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for this moment! I will show the world my cookery!
You begin to levitate off the ground. Energy courses through your body. You know that with this power you can do anything. Except turn back time, which would have been super useful because while you were powering up, your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and can't be served. But don't worry, dear Kibble. You may have suffered some setbacks, but all is not lost. Impressed by your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you have earned his support. I've been watching you today, and I must say I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. All you've managed to make is mac and cheese, and time is almost up, so you're going to need it.
But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules?
Following the rules has never really been my thing.
I follow my heart.
What a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on. And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have a surprising effect that surpasses their individual efforts.
Are you suggesting?
If we combine forces, we can perform the perfect food union.
Time's up, students.
With time expired, it's the moment everyone's been waiting for.
You must now prepare to present your dishes.
A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete.
It seems we're missing students. Pop? Clank?
From off-screen, you hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only come from one student.
I'm flying.
It sounds like it's coming from that broom closet over there.
Miriam, would you mind?
Inside the closet, you see Pop hanging on a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants.
Pop, get down from there right now.
What?
Let me guess, did Van Van have something to do with this?
When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse?
I thought a wedgie was a salad.
It looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything. I can't feel my legs.
May I be excused?
Sure. You kids and your pranks. I must say it's not the worst prank in Uxal history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second. Pranks. Clank, where did that pressure cooker roll off to?
You wait to hear a signature warp, beep, and other onomatopoeia, but there's none.
Somehow he must have gotten unplugged, I guess. We'll have to figure that out later.
Excuse me.
That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. Yes, it has been a long semester.
Wow, 3 whole days long.
But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now describe your dish.
I've made
tender udon noodles and savory soup.
My word, it's so delicate. Is that a teeny tiny narutomaki I spy afloat in the itsy bitsy bowl?
Yes, chef. Please call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name.
Yes, Sprinkles, and even green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself.
Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of the pink dog tongue dip into the bowl.
Sublime! Would anyone else like a taste? Oh, come on, I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even made a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy it all by myself.
And in a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much, it was less than a thimble's worth of soup.
A+. Rarely do I taste a dish with such love poured into it as yours.
Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug.
Thank you, Kibble, for helping me to believe in myself.
Van, you're up. Now describe your dish.
I made uni over smooth egg custard in an axe-hone urchin shell, topped with caviar.
Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second different colored type of urchin?
Yes, Sprinkles.
A bit much, don't you think?
That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is kind of my brand. Doesn't it look cool? Sprinkles leans in to sniff the uni, but he can't get his nose close on account of all the spikes. He begins to paw at it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around. Woof, woof. Please be gentle with my cuisine. Arrgh. Finally, Sprinkles goes all in, tongue first, but he can't get past all the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded.
Ouch, my tongue!
The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting.
I can't eat this! It keeps poking at my tongue! Disqualified!
A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles would make it difficult to eat?
Dejected, Van does not go gentle into the night.
Disqualified for glamour! All this cold simplicity!
This isn't the last you've heard of me.
Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk.
I know. Yeah, I'm a dog and I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue. Next student! Ashley, it's time to step up. Now describe your dish.
I made orange blossom Turkish delight in a light rosewater syrup topped with fresh meringue and connected by sugar glass.
That actually doesn't sound too bad.
Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I'd ask you to please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece.
Don't eat the food at a cooking school?
Got toast in your ears or something, Kibble? I told you, it's a display piece.
Ashley, I must say it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school.
Yeah, which is why I cooked it, and did an extremely good job cooking it too. I didn't realize that we were having an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to the College of Eating, School for the Hungry. I suppose you could smell it, if you absolutely insisted, but don't breathe too hard. You might disrupt the sugar spiral.
If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified.
Rage overtakes Ashley, and she finally cannot keep her two-face routine up.
You wouldn't know Hyatt cuisine if it cooked you!
And with that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to be fake nice and liked by everyone.
This isn't the last you've heard of me, either.
If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself.
You and Colonel Sanders, the final cook, step up together.
2 chefs?
What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else. He examines it, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Uh-oh. I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays.
Just when I thought I've seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing, and completely blow me away. In my 49 dog years of age, I've never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced.
It's so delicious. In fact, everyone passes the class. You pass, you pass, you get a pass, you get a pass, you too.
Everyone gathers around and partakes in the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win. Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made the new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive, even the Van and Ash, even that.
Oh, they had a type of fuck.
When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on, how could they be better than this one? Now that the school year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last assignment, to get their groove on. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school's graduation dance. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute, and cozy.
DJ Dog is in the house!
You knew that Sprinkles was a master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist? Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Van and Ashley tell everyone that they've committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they were the villains.
That's a really good shirt. I like his shirt. Moving on.
For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting.
No ghosts allowed at graduation. It's clearly written in the school's bylaws.
I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me.
Oh, amusing.
And now that everyone is together, it's the Spork Monster! He has totally mellowed out.
Everyone, the Spork Monster is no more. From here on out, I prefer that everyone just call me by my new name, Party Monster.
Student tries to finish what he had to say, but everyone is too wrapped up talking to Spork. Sorry, Party Monster. Dejected, student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found the love in her cooking, and you know she's gonna do great. A red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? It's Pop. He's arrived late to the dance, but apparently for good reason.
Oh, he's got a crown!
Walking the carpet, you see perched atop his dirty chef's hat.
A crown?
Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma, so we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured it was the least we could do for the school's dean.
Oh, now I get it.
And we get a new wing on the school, not to mention the honor of educating the son of the chancellor of such and such.
Oh god, I love this game. The music at the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparking and electrical hissing. It's Clank, who has arrived late to the dance.
Now that I have graduated, I can reveal my truth.
Whoa, he's still doing the talking thing.
I am Clank, and I am not of this earth. I am actually from a faraway planet in another dimension.
What? What?
What?
I actually feel like I knew this whole time. Now that I have learned the ways of your kind, I must return. Miriam, will you come with me?
I don't know what to say. Besides, no, obviously.
I've just begun to learn who I really am. This isn't the time for me to devote my life to figuring out who you are, Clank. You're blown away by Miriam's maturity. It's pretty clear she has managed to surpass you in that regard.
I understand. Kind of. Humans are weird.
A portal opens up and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives.
Howdy, classmates.
Damn, rocking that plain-ass white t-shirt. Love the pen, though. That way when the after party happens and everyone's passed out drunk, he can write funny faces on them. That's what I like out of my boyfriend. God damn. Well, wait. Actually, we don't know yet. We don't know yet, chat. We gotta find out now. We gotta find out.
Just like the first day you met him, he's come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to just give them a bucket of chicken. This time it's a full meal.
I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history of chicken and man by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken.
The end? No, it's not the end. As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor.
Kibble? What are you doing sitting all alone?
Oh, you know, just waiting for the right person to... just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance.
I wonder, might you tell me, what are the qualities that you would expect to find in such a lucky person?
Off the top of my head, oh, I don't know. A spicy musk, a tidy goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning. Just to name a few.
It truly is my lucky day. Would you dance with me?
Yes, I would love to.
As you glide across the dance floor hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you.
And once my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off, and I'd be glad to spend it together with you, Kibble.
How sweet. We'll work together and play together.
Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks.
Work together? Well, I think this is something I'll just need to do by myself.
But who'll help you run the restaurants?
I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on our time at school here, do you really think running restaurants is the best path forward?
Could it be? You found a love connection but failed to learn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef. Can you live with only half of him? Will you be able to endure sharing with him his other love, the life of an entrepreneur?
I suppose I could enroll at pastry school.
Oh, my dear Kibble, I'm sure you'll find your place eventually. And along the way, you'll have me by your side. The end.
Yay! Technically, he's my boyfriend. I guess I'm just not making chicken with him. Oh god, wait. No. Stop it, it's loud again. Shit. Stop it. No, stop it. Ah! Okay. Well, that was I Love You, Colonel Sanders, a finger-licking good dating simulator. I had a good time. I don't know if I'll come back for future hanging outs, get-togethers, as it will. But it's been really fun, and I hope I get to see more of you soon. It was a lot of fun. I really appreciate it. You guys are great. I'm gonna lay down. I'm gonna stab Gab's throat a bit before she goes to bed tonight, so that, she can feel the same throat-wrenching pain that I have. I don't know how she does this. I'm gonna be honest. But it's fine. I'm gonna step Gab in the throne in a bit, and I guess we'll continue. I'm getting out of here though. Frick this crap, this doo-doo. I'm gonna go to sleep like a reasonable human being. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody!